person, Celine Dion. My heart will go on. Hi.
Hi, this is Amy.
Can we start into the
That's good.
Hi guys.
Me?
Look at that light. Hi guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my first vlog this year, second vlog of my life. Now, have I been good at vlogging? No. Am I a good vlogger? No. But to be fair, you know, sometimes life just happens. My life has happened. I flew home for Christmas and I was gonna do like a vlog surprising my family, but it just didn't happen. Anyway, I'm here, I'm back. I'm gonna be really consistent now this year. That's my New Year's resolution, to try and do like one vlog a week. So I've been putting this vlog off like all week. Well, not putting it off, but I thought I'll get a chance to do it. Like I said on my Instagram that I was going to do like a question and answer about moving to Dubai, because I do get loads of messages all the time from like girls, some boys, like asking how I do it, how I got my job and that. So I thought, right, I'm going to set the scene now. It's going to be lovely. I'll sit on my balcony. I will, like, you got the sea, you got the marina, like give it that proper Dubai vibe, you know. You will not believe the weather in Dubai unless I show you. So let me just show you. Look at that. Look at that. You can't even see the wheel. How overcast is Dubai today? I'm supposed to live in the desert, mind? Like, where's the sun? What is going on? Yeah, so another video I had planned. So I may answer some alone, and then when Amy, my roommate, comes, maybe get her to sit with me and answer some as well. I did ask the boys, Ben and Elliot, but they said no, which is very rude, but never mind. We'll get them to do one day. These questions are questions that I was asked on my Instagram, but I actually do get them. I get asked them quite a lot anyway, from people just inquiring about Dubai, like people that want to come here on holiday, girls that want to move out here. So these are like the main questions that I got, because I put a poll on my Instagram, and these are the questions that I tend to get asked, like nearly, like not every day, like who do I think I am, I'm not a celebrity, but quite a lot of people ask me these questions. So number one, what made you move to Dubai? For me, I always knew that I was going to move away from home. Now I think you're born with it. Like you either know if you know the life and the path that you want. So you know that you want to settle down and stay in your hometown, or you know that you want a little bit more and you want to travel. So for me, it was inevitable. I was always going to move away, and I was always going to travel somewhere. Now it wasn't going to be Dubai. I visited Dubai when I was 21, so me and my best friend, we came to Dubai for our 21st birthdays, and like I loved it at the time. Like I was young, 21, it was the best thing ever. But like I went home and I was happy, and you know, I was like, I didn't need to go to Dubai again now. I've been, and that was that. So for me, I was always going to go to Australia. Like, it sounds cliche, but I always say, like, to my friends, Australia has my heart. Because I just love it there, and for me, I was always going to live in Australia, and I intend to, like, when I can and when I'm ready to settle, I know that Australia will be the place that I settle. Like, there's no doubt about it. I'm going to settle in Australia one day, but because of the pandemic, the borders were closed, and I couldn't go to Australia, obviously, because unless you've got like a relative there, or it was just a really long process, and I just was really impatient, and I just needed to kind of get away then. Like I didn't have time to waste. I just needed to go and like get away. So I applied for my job through eTeach. So basically I just phoned eTeach, and I was just like, I want to move away. And I did actually say to the people in eTeach, I was like, do you have anything in Australia, because I just want to get out there as soon as I can. And they were like, no, like the borders are closed, you're not going to Australia. So I was just like, okay, so where can I go? And they were just like, look, we've got availability in Qatar or Dubai. So I was like, okay. And like I had a friend out here anyway in Dubai, so I thought, right, I'll just go and I'll try it. So I literally, she was like, the lady, I had just signed a contract in another school for 2 years in Wales, just finished my NQT. signed a contract, so that's a whole new story. I had to go to my boss and be like, after 4 days, I had to go to my boss and be like, I'm going. Anyway, she was absolutely lush about it, and she was like, you're going to Dubai. But I'm going so off track now. So I called eTeach, blah blah blah. They had like 2 interviews lined up for me, so I woke up at like 6 a.m. one morning on a Saturday morning because of the time difference, and I had 2 interviews, one with my school that I'm in now and one with another school, and I got both the jobs. But what drew me towards my school is that it was like nearer, it was more in Dubai, where the other one was a little bit further out. And so in my interview, the lady who was in HR, she was like, you've got a job, when can you get out here? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe next month. She was like, no, because I knew I had to hand my notice in properly to my current job. She was like, no, can you come tomorrow? And I was like, no, I can't come tomorrow, but I'll come as soon as I can. Anyway, that was that. Within 2 weeks I was there. I was in my apartment, like got on my flight, and I never looked back.
Hi! So for me, I was nearing the age of 30 and lots of people getting married, settling down. And back in the UK, it's just a bit of a, what would you say? It's quite dull when you're the only single friend and not everyone's up for doing things. There's not really a lot to do in the UK, let's be honest, especially when it rains all the time. So yeah, I just thought it's never never. I'll go for the social aspect, try also with teachers, try teaching in a different place. So it was terrifying, but didn't think much about it at the time, and here we are, and I bumped into the wonderful.
Like, if you're going to do something, just don't think about it. Don't think about the consequences, because 9 times out of 10 it'll be like more amazing than you could ever wish for it to be. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do, and there's no point just watching it happen to everyone else. You could just take that leap, and it's definitely worth it. I think everybody should travel at some point, and that's the other thing that kind of lured me into Dubai. I don't know about you, but it's a travel hub, isn't it? So yeah. Chloe wants to go to Australia eventually, but hopefully when the borders open she can even go over for a holiday. We've been to the Maldives, we've got loads on our list to do, so it's just so central to loads of different places. So yeah, I think that's why it's desirable to a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. So if you are thinking of doing it, I would say do it. Number 2. How did you make friends? I was extremely lucky, because if you're a teacher, they give you the option. So basically they either give you allowance, or they give you money for your rent, or they don't give you money for your rent, but they give you an apartment. So I was a little bit torn at first. I was like, I don't know what to do. Anyway, I ended up taking the school accommodation, and it is the best thing that I ever done, because that's where I made all my friends. So a little story time. Everybody always used to say to me, like, you are mad, you fly into Dubai on your own, like, have you thought about it, do you know what you're doing? And I was like, no, I can't think about it, because if I think about it, if I think of everything I'm leaving behind, then I'm not gonna go. So like my mindset was like, Chloe, just say goodbye to like your family, say goodbye to your friends, get on the plane, and when you're on the plane, like, you can cry, like, but don't think about it until you're on that plane. It was a little bit like Rachel on Friends when she was like going to Paris. Got on the plane, got to my apartment. Oh gosh, I thought about it then. I was in Dubai on my own in this apartment. I only had a bed, a sofa, like I didn't have a TV, so I didn't have like milk for coffee. And that's when it hit me, and I was like, Chloe, what have you done? Well done, like, little girl, you've proved your point to everybody, you've moved to Dubai, like, I want to go home now. But then I thought, right, no, right, I pulled myself together, I was like, be brave. So I went for a walk, and at this time, because our accommodation was like brand new, there was nothing around. I was literally walking around the desert crying, like, I didn't even know how to phone a taxi, like, I don't know. Anyway, came back, and as I was walking into my apartment, there was this tall boy, and he was like, hiya, and I was like, hiya, and he was like, are you from Wales? And I was like, yeah, are you? And he was like, yeah. That was that. Like, I wasn't in the mood then for making friends. I had just arrived, and in my head, I was flying home that night. that was that. Anyway, pulled myself together, got up for work the next morning, went to stand, because at this point we were catching a bus to work. So went to stand on the bus stop. This boy who I bumped into, who happened to be my neighbour, was standing on the bus stop, and he was like, is this your first day in this school, like the name of our school? And I was like, yeah, is it yours? And he was like, yeah. Lo and behold, is it lo and behold? I think so. Lo and behold, that boy was Elliot. And that was that for me. Like, me and Elliot, we just clicked straight away, and I am so thankful for that, because I didn't think, had I not met Elliot or Ben on my first day, because Ben, then I met him when we were on the bus, had I not met them, like, my experience would have been completely different, and I honestly do not know if I would still be here now. Like, they are my best friends. And then obviously Amy, she started a week later, and then we all just clicked. Like, we lived together, so we didn't live in the same apartment, but we lived together in like the same apartment block. Me, Elliot and Ben, we all lived, me, Elliot and Amy, sorry, we all lived next door to each other, and Ben lived upstairs. So we all lived together, we did brunch together, we went to work together. Me and Elliot, we lived next door to each other, we went to work together every day. We worked in the same grade, so we were like working alongside each other every day. But honestly, that's the best thing that could have happened for me when I got to Dubai, because like, that was that then. Like, your friends, it sounds really cliche, but your friends become your family, and they just made my life in Dubai. Like, I'm so blessed to have met all of them. But it's easy enough. Like, everyone here is just young, and nobody's here for anything serious. Like, nobody's here to, you know, find the love of their life and get married. Everybody's literally here to, like, as cliche as it says, like, live their best life, and everybody's nice in there, and everyone will invite you if they know like that, you know, they'll invite you everywhere. But my advice would be just go, like, make as many friends as you can.
And I think it doesn't matter what job you come to do, if you're a teacher, if you're real estate, if you're recruitment, if you're Emirates even, it's all kind of the same. You're always going to have people around about your age, from the UK, from Ireland, that are going to be there and want to socialise. So I don't think you'll ever be stuck for finding someone in the first couple of weeks anyway, because you'll have people in work. Unless you're coming out here without a job, then I mean, that's doable, but
it's doable. It's quite scary, but you'll do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Number 3. Are we on number 3 or number 2?
Number 3.
What's your favourite thing about Dubai? You go first. Mine is.
Okay, you go first, Chloe.
Mine is the men in the stalls in the mall when they give me the sheets of paper that smell like perfume, and then I put them in my bag.
Oh no, you walk along with Chloe and she'll start a 5-minute conversation as if she's going to buy them, and she's got no intention of buying them, and I'm like, come on. Nightmare. But they are lovely, but they are trying to get a sale out of me. I think it's like equivalent of like looky men, like on holiday with a spray, and you're like lured in. I mean, the main thing that drew me out here was the sun. But with that being said, between May and September it's just too hot. Like, people used to tell me that, and I'd be like, oh, it's never too hot because I'm a sun worshipper, but it is too hot out here at that time of year. But having the wall-to-wall sunshine, not having to actually rearrange your plans or anything. If you want to go a hike, you can go a hike. If you want to go and take out the kayaks or the jet skis, you can do that because the weather's going to be good. So yeah, that probably is one of my favourite things, just having the sunshine on my doorstep.
And I don't know if it's because of the sunshine, but you know, my favourite thing is that everybody here is just genuinely happy. You feel like everyone here is kind of in a good mind frame.
Yeah.
Everyone here is like, no, I don't know, I can't explain what I'm trying to say, but everybody here is happy, and everybody here, like, you'll go for a walk on your own. What I like is you can go anywhere on your own, but you just become so independent here, and it's a really safe city that lets you, like, as a young woman, become independent in it, because you can do anything and like go anywhere. And yeah, I also like how clean the streets are.
Yeah, and the views.
And the views, yeah.
The views are beautiful, like, you can't deny that. It's
very
clean, everything's lit up at night time. I would say I prefer Dubai by night.
Yeah, I mean.
And then we've lived in quite a lot of locations since moving out here, just for different reasons, but we've seen different skylines, and it's really nice.
But our view now is the best.
Yeah.
Our balcony view is
Definitely.
so nice. And I also love how kind the people are. So the people of Dubai are just really, really just nice. They're nice and they're always happy to help, and you just feel that you're in a good environment. Like you always feel happy and safe, and everybody's just always in a good mind frame. So yeah, move to Dubai.
Number 4.
Number 4. How do you get a job in Dubai?
Well, do you know what, actually, that's interesting. I got my job via LinkedIn, and that is a really good network to actually have, because you just make the connections. So all my connections are within education throughout the world, really. So LinkedIn, depending on what your skill set is a good one. And also just through people also, because you never know what jobs are going. There's loads of different jobs out here. People will come out here to just do influencing and things like that, of course. But yeah, I would say if you either know someone or people, or set up a LinkedIn account, and that would be quite helpful.
Yeah. I think particularly if you're a teacher, and I'm not just saying this, like you'll get a job in Dubai.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There is so many schools like looking for teachers. If you're a teacher and you're particularly trained in British curriculum, like you'll get a job so easily. Like I said earlier, I had my interview, and then in my interview they were like, can you fly out tomorrow? And I was a bit like, I can't come tomorrow, but I can get out as soon as I can. And that's the good thing as well, is like with a job, the turnover is like, you're not waiting for ages to start your job. Like you will literally get a job, and then they want you here as soon as you can get here. So like if you want to get out of where you live, or you feel like you need to get away, 9 times out of 10 you could get on a plane the next day if you wanted to.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say it depends on your skills and your qualifications, of course, because teaching in Emirates and real estate are your 3 big things out here. But with that being said, you know, you've got everything else. You've got a hairdresser, a nail technician, a mortgage advisor. All these jobs are still jobs out here. Of course they are. It's just there's not as many. But just do your research, and you can apply for pretty much anything online these days anyway. So yep. And
skills, if you watch Seven Sunsets, come into real estate. Come and do it. What's your favourite thing to do in Dubai? Like, so I'm guessing that's like just everyday things. Maybe.
Well, I mean, for me personally, I like the activity side of it, because it's the things that you can't do back in the UK. So doing a desert safari, or what else have we done recently? You've done a skydive. There's loads.
Yeah.
Just even going to the beach at the weekend, it's something that you don't have in the UK, so I try and take advantage and think, well, this isn't going to be forever, and I don't want to wake up one day and realise that I've not made the most of it. I can't just go to the beach, I can't book one of these experiences. You've got all the Emirates that you can go and staycase. So I would say actually being active and doing things is what I prefer to do. We have done the brunch side of it as well, and don't get me wrong, a brunch is really good. There's no point coming to Dubai if you're not going to experience that, but you do. These do start to become the same. So I like to be active more and do the things that you wouldn't be able to do back home.
It just offers you a much better way of living. So for example, like a typical weekend would be, you would finish work at 12 on a Friday. You would probably go, you could go to a beach club then, and you could meet your friends at a beach club, like have a couple of cocktails, come home in the evening, wake up on a Saturday morning, you can go straight to the beach. You can just chill out and then plan to go for dinner with your friends in the evening, or you could do a brunch and then do that on a Sunday. So like you can literally have the chill side of it, but then you can go, like, I didn't even want to know how much money we spent on brunches last year. Like I could probably afford a house right now with the amount of money I spent on brunches last year, and we were just stupid with it when we...
Yeah, it's a high cost of living out here.
Yeah, it is. But then, it's like we done the desert safari, the skydive, like there's so many active things to do as well. But also, if you're living like in the marina, so where we live, we've got the marina on one side, then we got the beach on the other side. It's so good just to, like, in the nights when you finish work, you can just walk anywhere, and like wherever you walk, you've got good views, haven't you? You can see the sunset, you can then see the skyline, you can see the building. So one of my favourite things to do is literally put my earphones in and listen to a podcast and just go for a walk, either towards the beach or like down the marina. But there's loads of other fun things to do as well.
Yeah, make a list.
Yeah.
Your list will be long. Our list is still really long. So yeah, if you want to come out and brunch all the time, or you're wanting to do something active, it's all here.
Do it. You can jump out of a plane and then go for brunch after it. That's what I did. Do you ever get lonely?
Actually, no.
No.
I mean, you have the odd time, don't get me wrong, but I would say I was more lonely at home, but I lived on my own at home, so I have Chloe, constant company, and although we're busy in our own lives at times, but there's always somebody that you can actually text to do things, but I quite like my own company anyway.
Yeah.
With that being said, like, you know, the homesickness and stuff, that'll come in spells.
Yeah.
We tend to get that if we go home for Christmas and come back out, or you're coming back out after summer, and it's just like readjusting to life in Dubai, but it's very short-lived, and like we just fall back into our way. Like as soon as we're in each other's company, it's like we've never left again.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice to have a friend at least that's going to make it feel like home.
Yeah.
Because that'll take a lot of your anxiety away.
Yeah.
But the lonely side of it, I would say not so much.
No.
Yes, you can have your times, of course you can, but you're so busy here, the days are so quick.
Yeah.
I feel back home in the UK, it's quite a slow pace of living, whereas here, like, it's really fast, really fast, the weeks just go.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, when I'm back home, it's actually mad, because when I'm back home, like, my friends don't see me. I'm with my family all the time. Like, I'm with my mother and my sisters. Like, I don't leave my mother's side. I do everything with my mother. But then you adjust to different ways of life, and it is almost like you've got two different lives in there. You've got your life at home, and then you've got your life in Dubai. No, I would say lonely, definitely not. Like, there's a quote that says home is a person, not a place, and like, I know that sounds so cliche, but as long as you make good friends, which we did, didn't we, you don't get, there's not a chance to get lonely, because like me and Amy, we obviously live together, so we would just like go, like, you've always got someone. So no, I wouldn't say you get lonely, and like, I'm similar to you in the sense of I really like my own company anyway, so I never get like alone. In fact, I've got to make more effort to actually go out and be with people and be around people, because I would just sit like on my own all the time if I could, and you can't do that because you lose all your friends. But like, of course, like, I miss my family so much, but for me, I'm more homesick when I've been home and I come back.
Yeah.
Well, what was I like after Christmas?
Oh no.
So after Christmas, I came back, and I went in Amy's room, and I just like burst out crying. I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do
On New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, and it was New Year's Eve, and whoever knows me knows I don't do New Year's Eve. Like, no, I hate it. No.
I'm like, okay, do you want to stay in? Like, what do you want to do?
It makes me so scared thinking of it. And I was like to Amy, no, it's okay. You just go to brunch. I'm just gonna sit in my bedroom on my own. That's what I need to do.
But
No.
you were fine.
I was.
A couple of days you were over it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm always the most homesick when I land in Dubai and I get off the plane. Like, that's when I miss my family the most. But then you do settle, and like quickly you fall back into your routine, and like you're kind of happy and like living your life again, and you're content. So it doesn't take long to feel that contentment. You always miss your family, and it can be tricky, like with both of our sisters now and our nephews. It can be hard because you feel like you're missing out on things, but what my family always say to me is like, this is my life, like, and you've got to do it for you. You can't stay in one place because your family are there. Like, you've got to live your own life for you. So as lonely as it gets, and that's how much you miss your family, you're actually living your life for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, not lonely. If you've got the right people around you,
Yeah.
you'll be absolutely fine. Will you ever leave Dubai?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Like, it's not a forever place, like we've
No.
said, and it's great to come and experience it. I would recommend it, of course I would, but there's loads of places in the world to visit, and I think because this was our first place, we've taken that initial step and know that it's easy enough to do. Like, I could set my life up anywhere, I really could, after doing this experience. So I don't want to be that person who just lives in one place. I would like to try different places, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, same for me. So we're on our second year now. I'm so appreciative of Dubai and everything it brought me. and like you make friends for life, and the life we've lived over the past 2 years has been incredible, like incredible. But for me, yeah, because like I was saying earlier, I know that I'm going to settle in Australia one day, so I wouldn't be in Dubai forever. I'm going to do a little bit of traveling like before, like I really want to go to Bali and live in Bali, just live. After living in Dubai, you will love it, it's so glamorous, but then I feel like right now I'm craving like a simple way of living, a simple life where I can just go to the beach and like just chill. And I've been to Bali before, and I feel like, I don't know, sometimes do you ever feel like something's like pulling you?
Yeah.
And I feel like Bali's pulling me, and then maybe I'll go to Australia, but I wouldn't stay in Dubai forever, and I don't think I'll ever settle back home in the UK forever either.
Yeah, I don't know where I'll go, but I'd like to try other places, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So, and when I'm in Dubai, Australia, you can come live with me.
Yeah, so you just need to keep an eye on Chloe's YouTube channel and her Instagram to know where she ends up.
What would your advice be to someone wanting to move away? Number 8. My advice would be do it. Do it. Like, do not think twice. You just do it. Like, it'll bring you the most incredible experience that you can't even imagine. Like, I never ever would have imagined that my life now would be like what it is when I moved to Dubai. Like, I never could have wished to feel so happy and so settled and just so content every single day. Like, my advice to anyone, like, maybe it's not even wanting to move to Dubai, maybe it's wanting to move to, like, I don't know, Spain or like Poland or Canada, I don't know, but my advice would be do it. Meet as many friends as you can, like, talk to people, learn things about the world, learn things about people, like, don't be shy to like make friends. And that's one thing I've also learned, is I try really hard to like talk to everyone and learn things about people all around the world. But yeah, my advice would be do it, because you'll not be the same person, but for the better. Like, you will grow so much as a person, and like, I don't know if you're the same, the person I am now is definitely not the same person that left Wales 2 years ago. And
I don't think you're bound by if you're not single or if you've got a family. Like, you can start over anywhere with a family. And I've always said to Chloe, like, I don't feel like life's meant to be lived in one place. There's just no fun or adventure in that at all. So yeah, absolutely do it, because I had so many conversations with people before coming out here, because I had all those doubts going on, am I doing the right thing? And people would say, go and try it. If it doesn't work out, you come back, and it's easy enough to pick your life back up back home, and it is. And that's coming from someone who sold a house, sold a car, got a permanent job.
Miss Independent.
At the age of 28, like, ooh, crisis. But, you know, I gave all this up, and of course there were times I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what have I done? But I can go back and get it all again if I want to. It's not the most difficult thing. I think you should do it, and it's better to do it and try and not enjoy it than think, oh well, what if I had made that move? Or you're constantly watching other people's Instagrams or podcasts or YouTube channels of these people out living a life that actually you want to live, but you're not pushing yourself enough to do it. You've been held back in some way.
And you know, home is always there. Like, home will be there no matter what, and home is always a flight away. But you've got to, like I was saying earlier, you have to live your life for you, and you cannot sit behind your phone watching other people, like you just said, living the life you want to live. Otherwise you're going to live a life full of regret. And you know, and I'm not judging anyone, because everyone has got like different morals, different like paths in life. But people always say, but I can travel when I'm older. Yeah, you can, but why wait until you're older when you can do it now? Like, you're young, single, you've got no responsibilities, like, do it now. And you know what, even when I do have a family one day, like when I meet the love of my life, don't know where he is, here somewhere, and I like have a baby, I want to take him with me. Like, I want me and my little family to travel the world together. Like, we were saying this the other day, who says just because you have a baby you have to stay in one place? Like, I'll have a baby in Bali, and like my baby will come everywhere with me. Like, there's no reason why you can't do it. And my mother's probably watching this now thinking, oh, she's living in a dream world again. But no, I'm gonna do it. Like, and you can, there's no reason why you can't. And if this has taught me that if I can do this, I can do anything. And like, I feel like I'm not scared to do anything now. and that sounds so silly, but like you become your own best friend. So as long as I've got myself, I can go anywhere and do anything.
And like that is the travel side of it, but like if you were going to come out to Dubai and settle in Dubai with a family, like we always have the conversations about the kids in our class and how well travelled they are. Like it comes to, I don't know, a half term and they're away to the Maldives, swimming with sharks, everything. These kids are so well travelled, although they're based in Dubai, and these experiences are like, they're 1 in a million. Like the kids in the UK that aren't getting these experiences, they're lucky if they're getting to Spain sometimes.
And one of my favourite things, I'm going to sound like I'm in a job interview now, but one of my favourite things of being in an international school is growing up as a girl in Wales, where all of my friends were exactly like me. They all looked like me, they all spoke like me, they all lived the same life as me. Working in an international school with a class full of children, you've got like 7 to 10 different nationalities within your classroom. Seeing them already at 7 and 8, like how much they value each other, how much they respect other cultures, and actually how much they know already about the world and other cultures is just actually incredible to see and incredible to watch, especially I think for people like us from the UK who we didn't see that. Everyone we saw was the same as us. So you, even if you have got a family and like you wanting to move to Dubai, do it, because your child will grow up an incredible person. They'll know so much about the world. They'll have so much life that they would have lived, wouldn't they? Like, if anything, being out here has made me wanna like not raise my family in the UK. There's so much more to life, even for children.
100%.
So do it. That would be our advice. Do it. Meet as many people as you can. Go as many places as you can. Travel as much as you can. My favourite quote is, money will come back where experiences won't. Like you'll make money back whenever you want, but you know, time, you can't get time back. So if you're thinking of doing it, do it. Don't think about it. Don't wait until next year. Don't wait until like next month. Don't wait until like you finish your contract with your job. Apply for that job, like apply for the apartment, book your flight, and just go anywhere. So basically, me and Amy was talking for so long that she had to leave. Like she literally just had to go because she had dinner plans. So I'm just gonna finish the rest on my own. I think there's like 3 more questions, so I'm gonna answer them. The next question is, what has been your top 3 moments so far in Dubai? Right, in Dubai, okay. Well, obviously, I went to Kenya and I went to the Maldives, but that's not Dubai. But they like top 2 moments of my life with moving to Dubai. Top things I've done in Dubai, I would say, the safari for sure. So we all done the desert safari like last. I know where they all are. So I would definitely say the safari, because that was just like really, it was so fun, and like you actually felt, I know it sounds stupid because we're in Dubai, but like you actually felt like you were in Dubai. So 100% the desert safari, like you go in this big jeep, they pick you up and you go in the desert and you go like all over the sand dunes and that. And then they take you literally to the middle of the desert, and they've got camels and they've got like candles, and you can have henna, and they have belly dancers. And it's literally like you've just walked into a scene from Aladdin. Like it's really, really good. It's really nice. So I would say that. I done that with Amy and the boys, and that's actually one of my best memories. I think we hadn't been here very long, and I can remember just being there and being like, oh, I'm just so happy. So that's definitely one. The second one, it's not in Dubai, it's in Abu Dhabi, but you can go, would be on my birthday. So me and the girls, we went to dinner with giraffes. So originally I wanted to do breakfast with giraffes, but because it was Ramadan, we could only do dinner. And that was incredible as well. Like I loved it. You literally, in this thing, you might have seen lots of celebrities have been there. You're in like almost like a cave, and there's big huge windows, and then the giraffes just come and they stick their heads in and they like interact with you, and you can feed them, and like as you're eating your food, the giraffes are there. Oh, and it was just amazing. But maybe that's just me, because I love all things like animals. Maybe, like I don't know if you ask the girls, maybe that wouldn't be one of their top moments, but it was definitely one of mine. And number 3, I'm just gonna have to say, like there's so many to choose from. I've done so many things, but Like we've been on yachts, like we've been to brunches. I'm gonna say though, sunrise yoga at the top of the Burj Khalifa, that's got to be number 3 for me. That was incredible. Like watching the sunrise from the tallest building in the world while you're doing yoga is pretty cool. So yeah, they are my top 3. They're my favorite ones. And I would recommend all of them. But like there's so much to do. Like I've done a skydive. There's just so much to do, like so much to choose from, and that's one of the benefits of living in Dubai. You're never bored. There's always things to do, and everything is actually pretty decent. The cost of living here is expensive, but that's for like food and like, you know, just to live. Whereas if you're actually doing activities, like it's not that costly. It's not that costly at all. So yeah, they're my top 3, but I'm sure there's more, and I know that like if you were to ask me this in a year time, they'd be completely different, because I know that so much is coming in the next year. So yeah. Okay, next question. Is it safe in Dubai? Oh yeah. So Dubai, I think it is actually the safest country in the world. Like I'm not just saying that, I think it genuinely has been voted the safest place in the world. You are so safe. So for example, on New Year's Eve, so we didn't go out, so I just went over to the boys' apartment and we just chilled. Like it was a really nice, really chilled New Year's Eve, because anxiety Annie could not cope with the New Year's Eve celebrations this year. So it was really like I went to the boys' apartment, and they live for 10 minutes away, but it's quite a walk. And like it must have been about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I just walked home on my own, and I felt so safe. Like you feel so safe as a young woman living in Dubai. Like I don't think there's actually any other place in the world where you could walk home at 2 a.m. in the morning and like normally like you're just ready to run, really, you know. But like here, you're so safe, and to be honest, it's actually quite a nice walk. Yeah, so it's really, really safe. You feel really safe. There's police everywhere, and there's just no crime. Like I was on about people's well-being earlier, and like people are genuinely just so happy. You don't really hear of any crime, and it's just a genuinely really nice, generally, I'm gonna go with generally. It's just a generally a really nice place to live. For a young woman, I think especially, you feel safe and you're happy, and you can go for a walk at night time. Like whether you're walking at like 7 p.m. or 11 p.m, there's no difference. There's still just as many people outside, and you feel just as safe. So yeah, like so sorry guys, I just had to stop last minute because there was like this really loud noise. And look how lush is this. So this is my view every single night. Firework display. How amazing is that? And I'm literally just standing on my balcony now watching this. I just love it. I'm so grateful. Hi guys, so on the real, how many different angles have we seen in this video? The lighting in my apartment is terrible. Anyway, we're moving on. Let's take a look. You look like you're living the dream. Do you think you're living the dream? And as a young girl, I just want you to know I really want to do what you're doing. Right, number 1, do it. If you want to come to Dubai, do it. I'll be your friend. Number 2, am I living the dream? Of course I am. Like I'm a young girl, I'm in Dubai. I'm living like single, I'm living with my best friend, like having so much fun with all of my friends. Every evening I go to the beach. Yeah, right now, am I living the dream? Absolutely, 100%. However, I don't think, like, I get, like, when people say living the dream, yeah, but like, whose dream? Whose dream? If it's your dream to like move to Dubai, stay here forever and live this life I'm living, then yes, the dream life. However, to me, like, I'll know I've lived my dream life when I'm 80 and I look back on my life and I know that I've accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish. So when I know I've traveled to every country I wanted to travel to, when I know I've made the most, a good, happy life for myself, when I know I've met people from all around the world, when I know I found the love of my life, when I know, like, you know, I think your dream life is living your life to the absolute fullest. Right now, yeah, I'm living life to the fullest, but not to the fullest that I want my life to be. Like, I wouldn't, if I was to go home now, back to Wales, I wouldn't feel accomplished with my life. I feel like there's still so much that I want to do. And it's only when I accomplish everything that I want to have accomplished. I think that's the Rhonda coming out to me. I don't think that sentence made sense. I'll only know that when I've accomplished everything that I want to accomplish, that's when I know that I've lived my dream life. So yeah, right now I'd say yeah, I'm living the dream, of course. However, I've got ambition to move on. Like, I want to live in Bali for at least 6 months. I want to settle in Australia. I want a beautiful house in Australia. I want a chow chow dog in Australia. Like, that's what I want. So when I've accomplished everything, and I also want to travel to so many places in between, so while living my life, I want to make other parts of my life as well. So yeah, I think your dream life is a combination of destinations and a combination of things that you accomplish through your life. So right now, yeah, I'm living the dream and it looks like it's fun, but don't get me wrong, even now you do have days like where you miss your family. Like, I've been home for 2 weeks now and I still can't Zoom my family, because if I Zoom them I'll just cry because I'll miss them. So it takes a while to settle, but yeah, like anything, you're at an advantage being out here, because there's so much to do and there's so much life to live. But then there's so much life to live, like, all around the world. There's so many parts of the world that I've not seen yet that I want to see, and there's so much things to do that I haven't done yet. I'm extremely lucky that last year I done Kenya and the Maldives, which are 2 major things on my bucket list. But yeah, there's still so much that I want to do, like, so much living to do, and I'm just so blessed that I am 26 and I've got this opportunity to do it. So yes, I am living the dream, but there's much more dreams to be made and much more life to be living. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, we're on the last question, and I kept this one because they actually meant a lot to me. So somebody messaged me and said, I know that you're in your 20s too. I'm in my 20s, but I feel like I'm too old to move away now. What do you think? I think, do it. Like, do it. There is no, like, I hate this. Where does this written rule come from then, that you've got to, like, be married and have a child in your 20s? Where does that come from? I know everybody does their own thing. Like, there is no set rule. For me personally, I would rather go out and enjoy my life when I'm in my 20s. I know other people would rather have children and then go out and enjoy their lives when their children are older. It's like completely up to the people. Do I like feel really sad now because I'm like, no, don't have any children and I'm not married? No, absolutely not. I love my life now and I'm so happy and I'm so content in my life, and I would not change it for the world. Like, I remember when I was back home, so before I moved to Dubai, I was actually in that mindset, the same mindset. So I just broken up with my boyfriend and I was like, oh, my life is over. Like, I'm so sad. I haven't got a deposit for a house now. I haven't got a boyfriend, so I haven't got a baby, and I'm gonna be older when I have children. Like, my life is over. No, like, I was so clueless, so naive, and it's actually quite sad to look back on that girl now and the things that was making her sad. She was sad because she was 25 years old and she didn't have a baby and she didn't have a fiance and she didn't have a house. And I know that it's up to everybody and you choose your life and you do what you want to do, but why can I not get married and have a child in my 30s? Like, who's saying that I can't do that after experiencing all the life experience that I'm going to experience? And it sounds so cliche to say, and I don't know how many times I've said the word cliche in this video, but my life started when I moved to Dubai. Like, I learned so much about myself, and I can honestly say I'm the best version of myself now that I've ever been. Like, I'm so happy, I'm so positive, I'm so content, and so excited, like, for my future. Like, I wake up excited for my future because, like, I can do anything and go anywhere I want to be. Like, go anywhere, be anyone I want to be. Like, I've got no responsibilities. I can spend my life how I want to spend my life. So my advice would be, don't let this social stigma of you having to be married and have a child in your 20s, like, stop you from living your life. Okay, you get married and you have a child. That's lovely. What if it's not what you want to do? What if you want to travel and see the world on your own? What if you want to go out and find yourself? Like, do it. Like, girls, and especially young girls, and girls my age, to be honest, because don't stress out if you haven't got a husband or you haven't got a baby or 3 babies by the time you're 30. Like, what? 30 is so young, so young. And my advice to anyone would just be, I'm going off on a bit of like spiel now, but my advice to anyone would be live your life for you. Do what you want to do. If you want to get married and you want to have a baby, do it. If you want to pack up, leave everything behind and start a new life for yourself, do it. If you want to travel the world and find yourself, do it. If you want to, I don't know, just do it. Do everything. Live your life for you. Like, live your own life. You are your own person, and at the end of the day, you should be your own best friend, and you can do anything as long as you've got yourself. That's my advice to you. Live your life. Go and see the world and do as much as you can. Anyway, that's me done. I hope I answered anyone's questions. If anyone's thinking of moving to Dubai or moving country, do it. It'll be the best thing you ever do, and you'll find yourself and you'll become this whole new version of yourself that you love and like would never exist had you not do it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I promise my next vlog's coming really soon. Bye.